Brothers, if your own conditions are average, don't casually pursue girls with outstanding appearances. The reason is simple. Beauty is not just a small advantage. The allure it brings is long-term and powerful. And this kind of temptation and value conflict can last for years, even decades. A man who is neither rich nor handsome will find it difficult to keep a beautiful partner for the long haul. I remember one time, my childhood friend saw a beautiful girl online and really liked her. Eventually, he managed to get her contact information. My childhood friend is a businessman, the kind of man who is quite wealthy. When they met for the first time, my friend gave her an iPhone 14 as a gift and even transferred 9,999 yuan to her generously. However, just a few days later, she returned all the money in gifts and told my friend that she already had a boyfriend. She explained that she added people on WeChat out of curiosity, just to see what kind of person would be so generous. But that wasn't the end of the story. Later, my friend and this girl became even closer. Although the girl insisted that she would never betray her boyfriend, her chats revealed a lot, like complaints about her boyfriend, that he doesn't make money, has bad habits, or doesn't pay attention to hygiene. Think about it carefully. Whether or not she accepts the gifts or money, the moment a gift is offered, the girl's feelings inevitably experience a subtle imbalance. What truly makes her anxious isn't the material things themselves, but the uncertainty about her future. On the internet, you'll often see posts about friend A traveling abroad, friend B receiving luxury handbags, or friend C showing off luxury cars, mansions, or extravagant weddings. This kind of comparison puts tremendous psychological pressure on girls. Remember, girls also compare in life. However, they compare their boyfriends, marriages, or living conditions. Now let me tell you another story about my friend and another girl. This girl was way above average in terms of education, appearance, and capability. But her boyfriend could only earn a few thousand yuan a month, and would collapse in bed from exhaustion after work in their rented apartment. Do you know what happened to them? At the time, she and her boyfriend were planning to buy a home for marriage, requiring a 400,000 yuan down payment. The boyfriend suggested that she contribute half, or 200,000 yuan, to have her name included on the property ownership certificate. However, she didn't have that much money, so she approached my friend for advice. The two agreed that my friend would give her 50,000 yuan every month. What did this girl provide in return? I'd rather not elaborate. Very quickly, my friend transferred 200,000 yuan to her, and even comforted her, saying, "Don't feel pressured. Just treat it as borrowing my money." However, the next day, the girl returned all the money. She told my friend that she had spent a sleepless night thinking it through. She ultimately decided that even if her name wouldn't be on the property ownership certificate, she wouldn't betray her relationship because of money. She also admitted that even if it was a loan, she couldn't repay it. After returning the money, she blocked all of my friend's contact information. It's hard to imagine how much temptation those beautiful girls from less privileged families face in life. Especially when they possess good looks and dress up a little, they attract even more attention. My friend himself isn't bad either. He's the owner of a small internet company, 1.8 meters tall, and quite good-looking. It's rare for a girl to resist his allure. In this age of rampant comparisons, this girl's ability to stick to her principles might be attributed to her good education. She has strong values and has been surrounded by positive influences, which have helped her maintain her principles in a complex environment. So, I sincerely advise everyone, if your own conditions aren't particularly good, don't casually pursue girls who are too beautiful. Even if you do get married, keeping her heart will still be a challenge. Finally, I'd like to remind all the girls, no matter the situation, always stick to your principles. Don't lose your dignity and values because of a moment of temptation. Especially when faced with a 200,000 yuan kind of cost. Think carefully about what it might truly entail.
为什么不要找太漂亮的女人呢？因为生若不担彩。
Why do many people advise men not to pursue overly beautiful women lightly? The reason is actually very simple. Ultimately, if a man lacks sufficient financial strength, having a beautiful woman in his life can create significant pressure. This is not about demeaning women but rather discussing from a realistic perspective the challenges that may come with being with a beautiful woman. First of all, being with a beautiful woman comes with high costs. Beauty is not just an external attribute but also involves expensive maintenance, such as clothes, handbags, cosmetics, and various lifestyle demands, all of which require money. I know a high school classmate whose monthly income was around 8,000 yuan. His girlfriend was a stunningly beautiful woman, and he spent nearly 6,000 yuan on her each month. However, due to unforeseen circumstances, he lost his job and his income plummeted. His girlfriend quickly broke up with him. In the end, he not only lost his relationship but also a significant amount of money. Truly a case of losing both love and wealth. So, a man must ask himself one crucial question. Do you have sufficient financial strength and the ability to earn consistently? After all, very few women are willing to endure a life of hardship for the long term, especially those who are particularly attractive. If you lack money, what can you do? You'll have to spend a lot of time and energy pleasing and accompanying her. Time and energy that could otherwise be invested in your career. The result is that your career stagnates due to distractions, trapping your life in a vicious cycle. Secondly, beautiful women often come with more trouble. Whether it's historical tales of kings or scandals involving celebrities, 80% of disputes and dramas involve women. Moreover, in major historical wars, over 1/3 were triggered by women. Beauty itself is a resource, but it can also bring unnecessary trouble. Even if you marry her, she might still attract a constant stream of admirers. The harassment from these suitors can leave you feeling uneasy. If you're not mentally strong, you may become suspicious of your wife, doubting her loyalty. Over time, this lack of trust will inevitably lead to disharmony in the family and potentially to its breakdown. Thirdly, beautiful women are often used to being praised and adored since childhood, giving them a strong sense of superiority. Having been treated like a princess from a young age, beautiful women usually have high expectations. Even if you're wealthy, you might still struggle to truly win their hearts. Without sufficient personal charisma, relying solely on wealth makes it difficult to earn their genuine affection. What is personal charisma? It's a combination of qualities including confidence, a commanding presence, a carefree attitude that isn't afraid of losing her, and a sense of responsibility. You need to make her both respect and admire you to secure an important place in her heart. Otherwise, even with financial stability, a lack of personal charm can still lead to failure in the relationship. So, what should you consider when choosing a partner? An ancient saying sums it up aptly: marry for virtue, not beauty. What does this mean? You'll find that most successful tycoons' first wives are usually plain-looking but virtuous. Such wives often provide tremendous support in both career and family, offering irreplaceable encouragement and help, both emotionally and practically. Therefore, rather than chasing a wife who only possesses external beauty, it's wiser to choose a virtuous partner who can weather life's ups and downs with you.
杨老，你没疑问过跟我说找媳妇儿要找乖的，要找漂亮的，要找身材好看的。
You men always say you want a wife who is obedient, gentle, pretty, and has a good figure. But in my opinion, if your wife is too beautiful, it can easily attract unwanted attention. You must understand, a beauty is not necessarily a good wife, and a good wife doesn't have to be a beauty. When it comes to choosing a wife, I think as long as she looks decent and is willing to live a steady life, that's already very good. It's perfectly fine if you want to find a very beautiful woman, but you must be clear about this. If she's too obedient and beautiful, but her values are off, then you'd better be prepared for the day when she betrays you emotionally. So, let me say this. Men without money should never dream of marrying extremely beautiful women. This is not a joke. If you don't believe me, just look at the scandals involving many celebrities or the numerous cases of beautiful women betraying their husbands in real life. There are simply too many examples like this. Beautiful women aren't inherently bad people, but the problem is that they're particularly prone to attracting attention. Think about it. If you marry a wife who loves beauty and is obsessed with dressing up, she might have one issue, and that is her high maintenance could cost you a lot more money and energy. It's just like buying a car. Those with stable handling, strong power, quick acceleration, and large space often share a common flaw: high fuel consumption. That's why I think when you men choose a wife, you don't need to insist on those who are extraordinarily beautiful, tall, and strikingly gorgeous. Instead, find someone with a higher IQ, better physical endurance, and reliable character. This is the right way to go. Women who appear too obedient, beautiful, and tall might make you feel satisfied on the surface, but behind the scenes? If her beauty seems unnaturally perfect, that could lead to problems. So, instead of agonizing at home, why not find someone who lets you focus on your career with peace of mind? That's the wisest choice, don't you agree?
我不介意鄂尔多斯兄弟们找老婆去找那种大美女啊，这个
I want to say something to all the brothers out there. When looking for a wife, never choose a big beauty. I understand that many people are drawn to beauty, but I must remind everyone that choosing a beautiful woman can come with significant risks. Why do I say this? Because I myself have once been infatuated with beautiful women, but I've realized that they are not the kind of girls who can easily walk into your life. Over the years, I've gradually come to understand this truth. If I were to find a girlfriend, I would definitely choose a woman with average looks. Girls who are exceptionally beautiful often have many issues. These girls have been accustomed to being praised for their appearance from a young age, and as they grow older, they find it hard to understand why others might have a less than perfect mood. They believe their lives have been smooth, which makes it difficult for them to empathize with others. You see, these girls have received special treatment from both their families and society. Their parents constantly praise their looks and charm, and they are often the center of attention in any crowd. They've never lacked admirers, and the love letters they receive could fill a whole bookshelf. Such girls tend to look down on men. They may even develop a certain aversion to men, thinking that men constantly disrupt their lives. Even in the workplace, they might feel that male colleagues and bosses pay too much attention to them. In relationships, these girls are more likely to take control. They believe men should serve them, like asking men to help with things or run errands. In their minds, men are supposed to help them, and if a man doesn't, then there's something wrong with him. As a result, these beautiful women often don't realize their own flaws. To be honest, I understand this mentality. It's human nature. If you were a beautiful woman, you'd probably like being pursued and enjoy having people give you gifts and praise you all the time. However, from a man's perspective, such a woman may seem very attractive. When dating her, you'd enjoy looking at her beauty, but when it comes to marriage, you might face a lot of problems. Therefore, I sincerely suggest to all the brothers, when choosing a partner, while physical attractiveness is important, the most critical factors in long-term companionship are the person's character and values.
Many men have had this mindset. Pursuing beautiful women seems almost instinctive. However, when it comes to choosing a wife, many tend to forego such choices. Why is that? I believe there are three main reasons worth exploring for all men. First, having a beautiful wife means more rivals in love. Beautiful women are often surrounded by outstanding men. Their charm frequently attracts those around them, which means a husband would constantly need to stay vigilant and deal with competition from other men. This situation can put a lot of pressure on the husband. Day after day, handling the presence of potential rivals can be mentally and emotionally exhausting. Therefore, marrying a beautiful wife often comes with greater emotional burdens. Second, beautiful wives tend to be more headstrong and dominant in character. From a young age, beautiful women often enjoy smoother lives and are showered with affection from those around them. This can lead to a more willful personality. In family life, such a disposition may create conflicts. They may have a stronger temper and get upset over minor matters. As a husband, you need to invest more patience and communication to resolve these issues. Building a harmonious relationship with a woman who has a strong personality often requires greater effort and understanding. Third, having a beautiful wife might affect a man's career ambition. There is an old saying, "Pleasures of the night make the morning short." From then on, the king neglects his court affairs. This means that beautiful women can easily lead men into indulging in their company, losing focus on their ambitions. Even emperors might skip morning court sessions due to their attraction to beautiful queens. For ordinary men, marrying an exceptionally beautiful wife might result in spending too much time and energy on her and the family, ultimately hindering career pursuits. While a beautiful wife may bring social prestige, it might also have the opposite effect, draining a man's motivation to succeed professionally. For young, unmarried men who are still in the entrepreneurial stage, it's especially crucial to understand this. You don't have to limit your standards for choosing a wife to just looks. Physical attraction is undoubtedly important, but what matters more is whether your wife can grow with you in your career, understand and support you, and maintain good communication and mutual understanding. Therefore, when choosing a partner, don't make beauty the sole criterion. Do you agree with my views? Feel free to leave your comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us, and we'll continue bringing you better content. Thank you again for watching, and see you next time.